Hello everybody, and welcome back with more of the Trooper series. So, we're gonna pick up where we left off, which was killing this lieutenant that was mean and evil, and not only did I kill him, but I owned him.
Ah, Sergeant. Welcome back. Grab yourself a seat. You're gonna be observing the op here with me.
Observing what op? Where are Commander Tavis and the others?
Havoc Squad is infiltrating the Separatist stronghold to retrieve the ZR-57 as we speak. Commander Tavis was very clear. Under no circumstances can I send you in to join Havoc on this mission. I have to admit, I'm a little surprised. I honestly thought you were starting to come along, but I guess Tavis still isn't convinced you're ready for the big time.
Tavis wants me to relax here while everyone else charges into enemy territory. It's fine by me.
That's the spirit. I'm sure.
Lieutenant, sir! We've got a situation here.
Talk to me, Ensign. What's going on?
We've lost contact with Havoc Squad, sir. Comms, video locators, everything. It's like they've disappeared completely.
That's unacceptable, soldier! You get back to that terminal, and you get me Havoc status, now!
Yes, sir.
You think Zack and Joller set us up, sir?
There's no way to tell from here. Whatever happened was bad.
Still no signal from Havoc Squad, sir. I think we may have lost them.
Alright, listen up, people. This mission will not fail on my watch. We are not going to let that bomb get away again. Infiltrating that stronghold is a mission only Havoc Squad can pull off. Lucky for us, we have one Havoc trooper left. Sergeant, you're going in there. The ZR-57 must not remain in Separatist hands. Is that clear, Sergeant?
Shouldn't I confirm Havoc status, sir? They may need backup ASAP.
The ZR-57 is your primary objective. Once it's dealt with, we'll see what we can do for Tavis and the others. We were hoping to get the bomb back intact, but we're way south of a best-case scenario here. So here's the new plan. We have the deactivation code for the ZR-57. We disarm the bomb, leaving the Seps with nothing but a big radioactive paperweight.
You'll have to hijack the Separatists' comm system to broadcast the code. This data spike should do the trick.
I never thought it'd come to this, Sergeant. I don't need to tell you what happens if you don't pull this off.
Tough missions are what I do best.
Just be sure you play it safe out there. We have zero room for errors on this one. You have the coordinates for the Separatist stronghold. I'm sure you can guess how much security they're likely to have. Breach the perimeter, use the data spike on the comm terminal, and shut the ZR-57 down for good. Thousands of lives are on the line, Sergeant. We're counting on you. Good luck, Sergeant.
Okay, finally. This is when the story starts kind of getting started. All the rest of the stuff that's happened over the past few videos, all of that was just random crap to set this up, really. I mean, let's be honest, the story thus far hasn't been too exciting. There's been a bomb threat, and I have to go find the bomb. It's like the beginning of a season of 24, right? If any of you have watched that show, first of all, you know it's amazing. Most of the first seasons are, at least. And then secondly, you know, it always starts out in one way. It starts out you thinking that something is like some way, which what I'm trying to say is you think, like in this case, that the Separatists have this bomb and they're going to use it, right? But it slowly unfolds and starts to become much more apparent that the Separatists aren't working alone, just like in 24, the terrorists, you know, aren't working alone. They usually are controlled by some big bad corporation. In this case, it is the Empire, and Havoc Squad goes in to, you know, do their thing, and basically they lose communication, which is no surprise to anybody at all, so I'm not even going to say spoilers, but they defect. You're going to see that here anyways. I mean, you saw that in the trailer. That's what I based my entire trailer off of, which was the betrayal of Havoc Squad. So it just kind of starts getting deeper and deeper as it goes. There's more and more layers. It's kind of like you're looking at it from, you know, high altitude, and then as you get closer and closer, you start seeing more detail. And that's kind of the way this story has gone thus far. It starts out super boring, but as you start learning more and more things, you start seeing, like, oh geez, there's a lot of layers to this that I'm gonna have to deal with. And in one hand, it sucks because it's really hard to get into at first, but once you get into it, it's really good. So unfortunately, it's one of those stories here at the beginning, but we are at the point where it's starting to get good. So now you can strap in and get ready for just a wild story.
You did it, Sergeant. That was some top-notch soldiering. We're all proud of you.
I'm good. What can I say?
Don't get too cocky yet, Sergeant. Looks like we've got a whole new problem. Not all of those guards you killed were Seps. Imperial soldiers operating right alongside the Separatists. We need to know how deep this connection goes. I want you to continue further into the base. Finding the rest of Havoc Squad is now priority 1. If they've been captured, they might be able to tell us more about what's going on in there. If possible, you should also retrieve the ZR-57. It costs about 40 million credits, so Command would like it back. But your squad mates are the main objective now.
If you learn any more, be sure to contact me.
You got it, Sergeant.
So, for the most part, the way I'm playing this character is very soldiery, I guess. I mean, she's a soldier in the Republic Army, and the fact that she's a trooper and in the Havoc Squad now. So, like, this is all things that make her decisions matter, I guess, and that's how I've been playing the character thus far. But with this whole betrayal thing coming up, like once I said, not a huge surprise. I think that, how do I want to put this? I think that it changes her outlook. She suddenly goes from being, yes sir, I'll get the job done sir, all that fun stuff, to kind of doing her own thing, almost viewing the way the Republic does things as not necessarily wrong, but not right, you know, like she has a way that she knows that she could do better. Or maybe it's also because of the fact that I'm trying not to give any spoilers, right? It's also because of the fact that she doesn't like politics. She hates politics, and politics get in the way in wars, basically, and that's kind of what's going on later in the story as well. So there is a paradigm shift for her during this.
Sergeant, I thought my orders were very clear. You aren't supposed to be here.
I will take her.
No, Wraith. The Sergeant deserves to know the truth. I had hoped it wouldn't come to this. I harbor no ill will toward you. You're everything a warrior should be. I'm afraid the Republic no longer values her warriors, even the very best among them.
You're afraid you can't cut it anymore, so you're changing sides.
You couldn't be further from the truth, Sergeant. The truth is that no matter what they may say, the Republic Senate doesn't actually believe it can win another war against the Empire. That makes you and I a threat. Every Havoc Squad victory fires up people's imaginations. It fills them with pride, which means the bureaucrats can't afford to let us keep succeeding.
You've really lost it. What you're saying, it's absurd.
If only you'd been with us longer, Sergeant. You would understand. You might even have come with us. The Republic abandoned us. During a mission on Ando Prime, they simply left us to die. But I won't try to persuade you. Honestly, I hope you die with your ideals intact. The rest of us will never have that luxury.
Surrender right now, or I'll have no option but to take you all down.
I'm sorry, Sergeant, but you'll be the only member of Havoc Squad to die today.
Oh, by the way, good work finding the ZR-57 for us. We were starting to worry that the Separatists might, waste our big present for the Empire.
But thanks to you, we can now present the Empire with this magnificent tool of destruction.
The Imperials won't be very impressed once they realize the bomb is neutralized.
A clever bluff, Sergeant, but it won't help you.
We'd better get a move on, boss. If we don't break Atmo in the next few minutes, every gun in the sky will have a clear shot on us.
Time we were off. Colonel Vore, please give this Sergeant the warrior's death she deserves.
Let's see what you got.
It's been an honor serving with you, Sergeant. Goodbye.
Okay, I could see how that may surprise you if it's your first time coming into the Trooper story, but I gave it away with the trailer, so I wasn't gonna play along with that one. But imagine her for a moment, looking at him flying away, just betraying her, basically. Betraying not only her, but the Republic, which is who she works for, and kind of where her ideals stand, even though she doesn't always agree with them. And that is going to be the fueling factor for most of her decisions in the future.
General, with all due respect, how can you do this? I've served with you in infantry command for years.
That's enough, Jorgen. This wasn't my choice. But a defection of this scale, somebody has to swing, and the powers that be say it's you.
In a little hot water there, Lieutenant?
Your command full of traitors just destroyed my career, Sergeant. Command can't punish them, so they're burning me instead.
You must be our last loyal Havoc member. I'm General Vander, Republic Chief of Operations for Ord Mantell. It's a pleasure to finally meet you. On behalf of the Republic and the people of Ord Mantell, I want to thank and congratulate you for your courageous actions in disabling the stolen ZR-57. Your heroic efforts saved countless innocent lives. In recognition of your valiant service, I hereby promote you to the rank of Lieutenant. Congratulations.
This is just too good to be true.
Congratulations, sir.
Now, Lieutenant, as the last remaining member of Havoc, the duty of rebuilding the squad falls to you. Havoc is your command. To get the process started, I've decided to assign Sergeant Jorgen here as Havoc's first new member.
We're gonna have a lot of fun together, Sergeant Jorgen.
I'll take the Havoc patch and Sergeant Stripes if it means I get to grind them into Tavis's face before we kill him.
This is the best I can do for you, Jorgen. You're a good man, and we need good people now more than ever. I don't know what Tavis is planning, but he knows the inner workings of our military better than anyone. The destruction he could cause is limitless.
I'm gonna kill every single one of those traitors if it's the last thing I do.
Just don't underestimate them, Lieutenant. Tavis and his followers won't be easy to take down. In any case, your work here is done. I've got a shuttle prepped, and you're going to Coruscant for your next assignment. When you arrive on Coruscant, report immediately to the head of Spec Force Division, General Garza. She'll be issuing your orders from now on.
The head of Special Forces, huh? This just keeps getting better.
General Garza is a great woman. You are fortunate to have this opportunity to work with her, in spite of the circumstances. You better get to your shuttle. It's waiting for you in the landing bay. Lieutenant, Sergeant, you're dismissed. I hope I see you again someday.
Alrighty, so there you go. Now this is once again where I not only start to figure out my character's dialogue, as I said before, and it gets a lot better, but Jorgen is now no longer a total douchebag. He's kind of there, but the fact that I'm over him in command now really helps. The fact that he doesn't talk down to me at all, which is what he was doing before, let's be honest, and all his customizations suck. I'm sorry, the Carterr are just the most ridiculous race in the entire universe. They don't need to be there, in my opinion. But hey, if you want to play as a Carterr, it's coming up here soon. Also, the release date for free-to-play got announced for the 15th of November, but that's look, we're not going to talk about that right now. We have to go get ready to get my advanced class. Can you guess what it's going to be? I don't know. Maybe you do know, maybe you don't.
Lieutenant, welcome. Stand at ease. Your achievements in service to the Republic and position as commanding officer of Havoc Squad have earned you eligibility for advanced specialization training. This training will continue throughout your career and grant you access to the very latest in combat techniques and advanced equipment. Congratulations. You're officially authorized to enroll in either the Vanguard or Commando Advanced Specialization Training Program. Speak with your designated training officer to make your selection.
Thank you, sir.
Just doing my job. We're done here, Lieutenant. Good luck in your choice and your future missions. Dismissed.
Once again, I love how the story is integrated with even minute things, like picking your advanced class. It's just awesome.
Laporam amka, mamni nikag. Nagnaya mamni kamgam. Nulilak apajam kamgam. Amka nemnang. Ampa nemnang memua inok. Nimgam manik naki oya. Makini argam ki mama wawak. Ikupnaya nelama. Yakikam guana. Alemaga apaka.
And here we go. It's time to pick the Commando, and I'll explain why I picked Commando in a future, or maybe even next episode, but in a future video at the very least. But I mean, the benefit of picking Commando is that I get a freaking cannon, Am I right? I mean, the cannon is probably one of the coolest weapons in the game. It's like underslung, so you're like hanging down with it, and it feels like it has a lot of weight to it. But because of the cannon, it also makes the combat feel pretty meaty, because you get things like the rockets and grenades and stuff that you get to use, and I quite like it. But like I said, we'll talk more about that in a future video.